Wanted to make it, I guess. I know I live with the criticisms. People are giving a big and they put it upon a pedestal. A pendant for your thoughts, but I never asked for change. My work ethic's ridiculous and yours is not the same.
My booty going and having things muted for half a moment there, my apologies. So it looks like our map landing should be actually pretty decent though. They changed up the color of the plane again. I gotta admit, the whole rework of the plane itself I feel was a beautiful decision. And I guess, well, with the new events too, whenever they add a separate skin to it, it looks pretty cool. I like what they can do to it. They can definitely add some nice paintings. But that being said, we definitely have a landing that's going to offer a lot of people different areas of the map to go check out. Pretty decent areas too, like everyone can go even to Sawmill at this point. Mount Lonely, they're all options with the way that this path is going. This is actually quite perfect. As you can see though, there's a lot of people that have chosen to hop out ASAP. We have Sorry I Win and Soviet Bonza, and I gotta admit, I was actually kind of eavesdropping a little bit of conversation in the past. I guess Soviet Bonza may pop off pretty dang hard in this game, people almost jumping to conclusions. But he is here in today's gameplay, so clearly he has been seen as a legitimate player. We even got a little bit of love coming across for Soviet as we see, so he actually even has a fan base based off his skills. So we'll definitely have to try and see if we can sneak an eye onto some of his gameplay today. With being said though, team number 10 and team number 7 are very close to one another. It looks like they did decide to land in Fort City. See some snipers in these people's loadouts. We can actually bring out the equip list as well as see exactly what the decisions are. It looks like this person may be going for Flamingo gameplay as well. And the Flamingo is a beautiful gun. I admit the snipers have been feeling pretty nice this season. And no, I am not just talking about Faction Wars. Faction Wars is quite an interesting experience when I realized what the sniper buff really meant. But it seems as though in Classic they did choose to keep it the same, thankfully. Keep an extra eye on the map as well. Let's make sure we can see if there is anyone. Yes, we actually did just miss out there as Booty and Kimmy picking up their first bloods in the match here, taking out 2 of the members. Getting their little heal off. Unfortunately, we had to miss out. Let's see if we can hop back to Fort City though, so we don't have to miss the second fight. Couple shots coming off. It looks though Nabby was noticed. Alpha in the background though, almost taking a couple shots themselves. Committed to heading inside the building. I don't know if they have a core equipped on here. It's not as though they're activating it yet. They don't even actually have any healing yet to work with, scarily enough. I admit that was the one thing I did notice coming into my matches, even if I was playing solo, was where's all this healing? I had to kind of go find them off other players. It looks though team number 7 will be a bit more of the aggressors in this. They've already climbed up to the roof here, checking out the area, contemplating when they'll get a poke in. Representing the Peaceable clan here today, Diablo. I noticed as well being very consistent with his streams on YouTube. Wouldn't be surprised if he was actually there right here, right now. He's been very live, very often, trying to show that consistency, and I gotta admit, doing a heck of a lot better job than myself. Looks like their teammate is named Inside here. We know both of them as well, going with the ones instead of eyes there. I don't know if that means they're actually duos on the regular. But being they are from the same clan, I can see the potential. Take another look at the map as we are at a bit of a stale pause here, but I mean sometimes waiting is the name of the game. These guys are not making a movement. It's not as though Diablo is aware that these players lack any healing. Potentially just doing a couple poke shots, you could whittle them on down at this point. What is the game plan from these guys? Let's go hop back into the building here, see what our eyeball is. I have a feeling these people may be hanging tight. No, they're actually quite close. They have actually gone outside. They're looking for an angle right now. We are definitely at a pause. Let's see what we have going on up here. We notice that XXSD14 is a little bit split from their teammate. Teammate is following with. The only reason I brought that up was the concern that team number 6 could have been sneaking up behind. But it looks as though they won't be hitting one another. We do hear some engagement going down. The Nightingale has been activated. Unfortunately, Alpha getting no chance to really do much of anything. The moment they walked out, they were just dropped. Nabi looking to try and get some form of position, but no, these two are in unison right now. They just rolled out together and simply annihilated their enemies there. That was quite some hit scan coming from those two. It had to have been both of their shots going off at the same time, but it just completely ripped right through the Nightingale's shield and right through the health bar. It looks though Flutterby will unfortunately be having to run a solo this round here, won't have a teammate to back them up. Players getting close, however not close enough to have shots taken away. We have one of our E2 members with Sad Soul here. Looks like they have most of town to themselves here. T number 4 is in the distance here. Other than that though, it looks as though being for the matches are a little bit smaller right now for where we're at here. I admit I thought this number actually equaled a double. I've been playing a different game where unfortunately the one number does accumulate for every person in the squad. It doesn't actually say the individual players. So I did actually just make that slight little hiccup there in that mindset. Regardless though, so it looks like we will be waiting until a little bit later in the circle unless team number 11 does choose to rotate into Sawmill here and ends up running into Flutterby, but it looks though Flutterby may literally be leaving just at the right time. I'm gonna hop back over here. It seems that these players are quite close to one another. The storm is taking over as well, so they might start going to a bit of a more vulnerable position, starting to try and head for vehicles. Right now though, still seems to be a bit of a losing game, and there we have it, the shots are coming out. E2 member able to just put it up in time, but the teammate coming with the flanking position around the side. Oopa Loopa getting those shots off. Sad Soul retreating into the household there, trying to find defensive position. A nice little grenade pull out, unfortunately was not able to find a line of sight when taking his throw. And Kanukami taking the other elimination for the teammate there. Well played. Revlika, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome to chat today. It looks like they have their vehicle. We have a Son of Sky with the core equipped. This person is currently as well at 500 cube with some alright healing at the moment, so they're actually in a beautiful position to start heading inwards to the circle. Kimmy and Booty still just looting up. You can see that they're actually almost joined at the hip together with how they're rotating. And I mean, well, how much of a hit scan game this could be, having two powerful hit scans like this side by side, probably a pretty effective strategy. Valky Lunatic here, looking to be having to join the passenger seat still. Heading on over to August, and then we have Mayu. One would almost think of Miyu when you see that name, but possibly it's just different. Even the symbol for some reason looks familiar to me. Maybe it is the same person, I'm just not 100%. Alright, let's see what Bonzo's up to over here on the motorbike with Sorry I Win. Bipolar Ochka looks to be sending some more love continuously here, and they have found an enemy team. Will they be choosing to pursue? No, they have actually just driven straight forward. They will not be making a hard left trying to find the targets, and it looks as though they're gonna actually check for some more loot. Looking around the map, we're not exactly seeing anything else here. The players still just continuing to find their loot right now. It smells like Canadian bacon in here right now. I wish. That just sounds amazing. Got some? It's Canadian. Could go for some bacon. 100%. Alright. We have Sapple in today's competition today. Definitely at this point, probably starting to reach OG status and how much we have seen them in tournaments in the past. Nice little car swap, trying to keep that momentum going. In fact, this probably gives them the ability to try and spot targets if they were in the distance here. No sauerkraut. No sauerkraut today. Team number 8 still in town. They were able to notice with the two-seater. It looks though they're going to be forced out of this car right here and now. The damage that came out was so quick. Sapple already on their way underneath the bridge there. Agassi making sure to follow suit. They will be running into team number 8 though. Team number 8 aware of those gunshots across the bridge without a doubt. They were aware of the car, I'm sure, that drove by it, and with that they can hear the gunshots. They are going off. The potential for a third party will enter. Sapple getting themselves an elimination, looking to be a sniper from across the way. Diablo just trying to hide in line of sight, but no, Sapple is able to find the sniper shot, leaving inside just by themselves right now. However, as much as team number 17 may be making a good position, yes, they will have to worry about the targets from behind. I just realized the person has one of the new droids and it looks really cool when they cast the abilities. It looks as though inside may have been able to find a disengage. Yes, they did. They're at the southern end of the circle right now. I believe they're just healing themselves up. Yes, they have the Nightingale just healing themselves up. We're going to see if we sneak back over here, see what's going on. Team number 8 surprisingly has actually chosen to disengage the fight, which I don't know, that almost feels a little crazy to me, just considering that they had the enemy on the other side of the bridge. But I guess being how they did end up retreating all the way to the other side, they did decide maybe it was just worth the disengagement. We're going to actually hop back onto team number 8 for a quick moment, because in their decision to run away, they actually could be running right into team number 11. Or just falling short with potential to get into an engagement. Let's see where this team is down low. They're actually in a hiding spot right now. They're not giving away any position. Which is interesting how these guys are pushing up on them right now. I'm actually kind of questioning. I'm like, what exactly gave you the mindset to come down here and stop at the hill and come down this way? Potentially they did see them as they are roaming around right now, just from that one camera angle though where you have women. It's like, they're hiding. But regardless, they come on in, they get the one elimination, picking it up. The other player had fallen away at the time being, so they were unable to help their teammate recover. And Mayo able to go and take out Eros. There we have it. The eliminations have gone through. We're going to hop over to team number 13. Valky, Lunatic, and Slater. Yet to actually run into any engagements by the looks of things. Let's hop over to Valky here, see if they have, yep, no eliminations so far, so they're yet to run into any enemy teams to deal with. Flutterby looks to actually have committed to a bit of a out in storm engagement right now. They're at the Nightingale. They actually have an excessive amount of healing, so they are in a pretty good position. And there we have it. They even have some nice little driving tricks. They are risking it, trying to go up and over the roof. Well played. Middle of the storm, no one nearby them, but they're still hopping in that window and peeking. So they've definitely gotten into a nice little habit there. Definitely something to just take a little recognition towards. Kimmy and Booty look as though they have decided they have found a beautiful spot inside the storm. They have no real concerns, and they're just going to hang tight in the room until things start getting a little bit spicier. Two Nexus members, we have Draniki and Carhartt. It looks as though they found themselves in a nice little position on top of Super Bloom Towers. The storm unfortunately going to be forcing them in right now, and it looks as though they have themselves some decent gear. We can see some Sun and Sky at the cores equipped, filled up with healing, plenty of cubes, so it looks like they should be ready for some competition. And this goes both ways. Both teammates are actually equally geared. We're gonna hop over team number 6. It looks as though they will just be racing by. I just was curious to see if they may have decided on the same hiding spot. We can actually scroll a little closer. We'll just take a recognition. Team number 4 with the solo player and team number 9 are out in the edges of the storm right now. But we do have some members that are getting fairly close to one another. The vehicle does begin to drive by. It is the motorbike. Inside, hops right on out. Actually not actually taking any shots. Nice little destroyer attempt there. Unfortunately, the destroyer does lock onto the player, making it a little bit difficult to shoot through windows on occasions. got some nice snipers coming out from Sapple. Sapple is continuously hitting those shots. I admit, taking away this whole fire support as well as destroy kinda actually adds a nice little element into these tournament engagements. Just the sake of right then and there, if they were both running destroy, that person literally would have been trying to heal up and it just would have been an obliteration, but no, this actually adds a beautiful engagement to it all. Here we go, let's hop over to team number 13. It looks though team number 3, the geared up Nexus squad I was talking about earlier, has found a new position. And they are getting some damage out. That grenade looks like it should have almost been lethal there. Luckily, it seems though the person survived. Carhartt though, picking up an elimination there while just getting the knock. And there we have it. The grief actually did come through, the teammate helping out there. Lunatic is the final member in a 1 vs 2. They are pushing in tight. This player has actually already disengaged around the other side. Unfortunately though, using the glider just gives you away from a mile. And it looks though the enemies are noticing the direction. He does have a fair amount of healing. He does have the Nightingale. Flutterby, however, is coming in the background. And that damage though, just coming around the right side. Carhartt hitting some beautiful shots there. Draniki as well with the grenades coming over the top. And Flutterby just over the side, potentially about to come in and start doing a little bit of an extra engagement right now. There we have it. Flutterby does have an enemy in the sights. Noticing the second one, the Nightingale's activated, so I'm not sure if there's really any reason to want to push those shots out right now. It is a fresh shield, maybe try to catch them in between. Checking over here, it looks though Soviet Bonza yet to actually find themselves any engagements to pick up some kills right now. They are definitely just playing a bit more for positioning. Twist and Hardly hanging tight in the bathroom, side by side. But for right now, with 15 players left, it looks though we will have to be waiting for the circle to start pushing them all inwards. You notice we do have a few teams still hanging tight on the outer edges here, burning away their heals. Actually, definitely being one of the few that needs to use those. So you can see they burnt through their bandage there. Might be time to swap to the Nightingale. There we have it. Oh, break off the map as we have an engagement. This looks to be team number 12, Soviet Bonza with their teammate. I believe I Win You Lose or something was the name. I'm not 100%. Oh, the car's taking a bunch of damage. Yes, they hop out with a beautiful reaction there. It looks like they will be left on foot. They're trying to use the trees for as much line of sight as possible, taking a couple shots, but nothing too critical. Sapple looks to be wanting to get closer. Let's actually check out Sapple's position. We do end up pressing on Oxy almost every single time. Let's see exactly what some of these shots that are being made are. It's kind of looking around the line of sights there. More enemies in the distance. Will they take any shots? Noticeably as well, this person is choosing not to use a scope right now. They have opted out of the decision. Let's see if we can hop over here though. We had some gunfire going in the distance. This man just needs to get some water. I can feel it. Alright, there we have it. Hardly, unfortunately, going down there. Twist trying to get out some shots there, taking a little bit of damage themselves. A nice power reaction. Hardly, unfortunately, looking to be a bit down for the count right now. I don't think the recovery can happen. And the engagements are just starting to go crazy. And is this Kimmy and them in the background? It is Kimmy and Booty in the background from the storm. Actually taking these players out. We're going to get a bit closer here to Flutterby, the solo. Finally find ourselves an engagement. Nice little reaction flick over top of the shields there to make cover. See them trying to play their angles the best they can, but they are now out of healing. This huge healing situation they were in is completely gone. They have nothing more. Is their Nightingale ready? Why are they still in the storm? And unfortunately, Flutterby is going to go down without anything being done. August though, trying to find their way for a climb around the way. Again, they're focused, they're in the storm, they're taking the damage. See, Oxy's found their way in. Kimmy and Booty both finding themselves multiple eliminations in a short period of time there. Coming in beautifully right now. We're gonna hop over to team number 8. It looks as though the position has finally broken into a fight. And there we have it, August getting the knock on a Sora Whim. Bombsa trying to come in for the recovery there, getting some good damage to Storm. Surprisingly, not actually knocking down August there, just a sliver left. The heal does go off. 4 left, the Nightingale activated, but the Storm is completely shrinking away right now. And they need to get inside. There's way too much damage to be hanging tight there. And by the looks of it, Axie and Sapple are prepared for them to come on in the moment they jump over the hill. Kimmy and Booty breaking out the invisibility station on the high ground position behind multiple shields where Destroy cannot easily be used. I believe the Storm may actually end up destroying it right now, unfortunately. But it's given them a beautiful position for the time being. If the option to shoot was there, it would have been there. That was a beautiful skill usage. Some Destroys coming in. The Destroys, they actually broke through the shields, did a bit of damage as well. See the players trying to heal up. I guess the Destroyer is actually a pretty good counter for taking out these builds right now. Noticeably as well. We do see a lot of damage coming in from other angles. Unfortunately, Sapple with the Destroyer ends up annihilating their duo there. There was a third party angle coming in as well. We can actually see Carhartt looking to be still hanging up in the storm. This player does have a fair amount of heals, but again, look at the size of the circle. Look at their health bar go down. This is literally all they can do from this position. If they decide to shoot, they'd probably be too critical that they have to, yeah. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer in here though, see what's going on. Can we get over to Sapple? Is that an option? Is it there? There we have it. In the high ground position, they're in the storm, still taking that damage there. The storm is just eliminating people left and right now. Will Carhartt come in? They have probably minimal healing. No, it looks as though Carhartt may be choosing to literally disengage into the storm. No kills for anyone, but GG's for team number 17. Sapple and Axie picking up 5 eliminations as a duo, getting first place and a handful of points. Well played. In second place though, we can do a shout out for Nexus Dranicki with Nexus Carhartt, 3 eliminations as a team. Team number 3, we have Peasterball August with Mayu. Can someone confirm for me, is that Mayu? Like, it's just the names look way too similar. I don't think it's the Epic Slayers. I feel like the Epic Slayers had like a more connecting symbol, but it honestly, it looks so matching, it's crazy. And then we have Nexus Booty with Kimmy Uwu with the 2 eliminations each for as a team. We'll do a shout out for anyone else with 2 eliminations or more, and here we have it. Peasterball inside there, his teammate getting taken out at an unfortunate moment, but was able to disengage, trying to get into a higher placement there. And there we about have it, guys. Prepped and ready to head into the second round here. Moment I had my headset off. My days. Alright, let's see what our map looks like. We are starting over top of Sawmill. Coming into this round here, we actually have RL coming in for the round. Let's see how this is going to turn out. Has Flutterby found their teammate yet? No, they are still going into the second round as a solo. Hopefully these players will have learned from last round that hanging out in the storm that long at the end game is just not the right decision. It's much better just to go right into the fray, in my opinion. Risk it for the biscuit. But I guess I do understand you get into those certain heated moments where you're just telling yourself, hey, if I walk out here, I'm probably getting lasered. So I guess I understand in that mindset. It looks like team number 8, they've actually committed to heading at the Super Bloom Towers as their landing position. Not something you do actually get to see very often, in my opinion. It looks the Voidlands is going to get a little bit of love this match. Let's actually see if we can hop over team number 7, as they seem to be in an engagement ASAP. Diablo being the first circle, allowed to pick up their shotgun. They do get the one hit, they swap over to the gun, a couple of headshots, and doing so a nice little grenade attempt there. Unfortunately, the grenade knocking the line of sight they hoped for. Nice little rollout. The reload going through. Unfortunately, they were unable to get the survival. Slater, however, coming out on top, getting themselves a beautiful starting elimination. Let's go peek over the other side, see if anyone's over there. It is just team number 3 for the time being. Keep looking around for a sec, see what we got going on. We do have team number 11 only choosing to just land right now. Looks like team number 4 though in a very similar situation. Eliminations have already hit the field and they are just hitting the ground. Ulika, if you don't mind, brother, I see you're talking about RL. Just if you can, try to keep it English just for the sake. I just don't understand Russian. I will translate it during casual streams, I promise you, but for the time being, I just don't understand. And I don't have the moderators to moderate it. Alright, let's keep rotating around though. Let's keep checking things out. Ford City, not finding much action. We actually have team number 12. They committed over to the beach side here. Where is Bonza's teammate? Bonza's teammate is looking to actually run into the other solo player here. And doesn't seem to be moving whatsoever though. They are aware of the enemy though. That is the reason why they're in a crouch position, trying to hide around a line of sight. Looking for the target here. Let's see what the equip is. We do not have a core on that gun. I don't even know if there's a meg equipped right now, so it doesn't look like they're trying to get into a fight. And the teammate is coming to help out. Keep looking around, however. Flutterby will be aware of the vehicle though, of Bonza coming into the area. Will be trying to find early game engagement. They do have the heals, they do have the weaponry. They even have the nice sniper for the early game, considering that the Soul Snatcher without anything equipped to it is still quite the powerful sniper gun. Flamingo, however, yes, being the more dominant. Flutterby starting to take some shots though, trying to glide away. Nice little motorbike summoning there. Hopping onto it and getting out of dodge the best they can. I admit, actually, thinking in the mindset too at the motorbike, I've been seeing a lot more of it recently. I never really thought too deeply into it. But I'm noticing it's a little bit harder to blow up a vehicle that's as small as the motorbike. So having it out, being able to swap to it, and hopefully not getting lasered as you're driving by, being you are technically just sitting right on top of it. It does actually seem to make it almost a better option than even running around with a car or truck. I realize we're sitting open on the map. I was purely trying to find a location there. As we can see, Flutterby has found their way away, and they're picking up some fresh loot down in Lazarite Swamp. Slater picking up the early game eliminations, getting some nice healing packs, looking to be fairly geared. The only downside for them is their cube situation is definitely lacking right now. Carhartt and Drainicky definitely taking a bit more of a passive route. I believe that we kind of saw them doing the same thing last round as well. But as we saw when they did reach the endgame engagement, they definitely made their input into the battle. We do see team number 11 and team number 4 fairly close to one another. I believe this team is actually, they were the ones that ran into each other last round as well, so these people may have some similar mindsets in their playstyles. Kanukami probably not too content about the fact that the teammates almost blocking them in with that angle there. However, with the Nightingale, they both roll out, choosing to engage, going full force right now. Kanukami trying to meet at the upper side, going right into the household. A couple shots connecting there, not enough to be lethal. In and out of the building, looking for that position, and there we have it. With the very last bullet in their gun, they were able to drop the target. And there we have it as well, Poopa and Lupa. As last match, they were picking up a kill each. We do have some fights going on over here. Mayo unfortunately being knocked down. August, however, able to clean up for the teammate, pick up the card, and get a handful of loot in the process. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe I've actually seen this Nightingale in action before. That actually looks like a beautiful looking skin. Very clean. Oh, wait, it's out. Oh, no. Oh yeah, look at that. That is clean. I like it. Regardless, let's keep looking around here. Team number 12 working their way on in. Attacker and RL side by side in the vehicle there. Keep taking a glance around. As you can see, the players are trying to stay on the inside of the storm this round. They're trying to work with it. Team number 3, however, looks to be deciding they want to go check out the campsite still. Team number 6 looking like they will find no engagements at any point unless one of these teams decides to go on a huge journey across the map. We're going to actually stay right here for a moment as it looks as though August and them may be finding themselves an engagement. Yes, the footsteps are there. The jump out has been made. Kimmy going instantly for the shots. Booty putting in the shield. We saw a player to the left side. They're coming in with a flank. There they are, they're rotating in. Yes, Kimmy is able to recognize them. Even trying to go for a couple shots in between that small little crack in the shield. Going for the grenade, a little extra damage, seeing what they can do. There is a card coming in from behind they have to be aware of. Keep our eyes on here. We have a bunch of damage going through, however. We have a bunch of booty though, picking up another knock on the Mayo there. They have gone down. August looking like they may be in a solo situation right now. Oh, recognition too, the way that Kimmy actually swooped around that little sign, using that little slant there to have a healing spot. August getting the Nightingale out. It looks though the pressure is continuing from team number 1, however, yes, not finding much peace there. They are on their last shield right now. They have 0 cubes left to work with. There's no other abilities in the roster they could possibly have with those 10. And there we have it, Kimmy coming over top, taking those beautiful shots and getting the elimination. Team number 4. Doing some weird things right now. To be honest, they're really far right now. I realize the storm is still a little bit weak. However, they are way out there. Flutterby doing a fairly similar situation. Team number 10 and 5 are actually very close to one another. You'd almost wonder if they're gonna run into. However, it seems though team number 17 and 12 have a much better chance of doing so. You can see the car in the distance. Will the shots be made for the explosion? Looking for the line of sight, the target. I don't believe will be standing still at any point. You will just have to take those shots. Sorry, I win. Rotating in the top end here. I'm not sure exactly where is their teammate. Is this them on the lower end? Yes, it is. And they actually have a motorbike rotating around the side. They just drove by the enemy team's car. Opening up the map, taking another quick glance at things. What is about to happen down here? Are these two players really about to meet in a storm like this? Flutterby trying to drive away the best they can. They do not want to have this fight way out here. I don't know how these players just ran into one another. Flutterby going for a complete loop up and around. They're trying to juke these players completely. At the same time, they have to watch out. Too many trees and their car could literally explode from how much they just got hit there. RL and Attacker getting themselves some extra cubes. I don't know how that engagement just worked out down there. That's crazy. Alright, Sova Bonza rotating around. Looks as though the teammate has finally joined up on the backside here. Nice little in and out there to keep the position of the motorbike running smoothly. Looks like we will be at a bit of a pause for a little bit of a moment here, just until the circle chooses to push people in a bit closer. Unless team number 6 does end up rotating up to this drop here. They do see an enemy vehicle. Will they choose to push it? Preemptive Nightingale, so they have given away their position. The engagement will begin. Unless it looks as though Bonza with their teammate have decided to get out of dodge there. Maybe not content with the loot that was there, they've continued to search around for some more. Axie and Sapple still rotating on through the map here, trying to possibly find themselves a form of engagement. I do feel like people are actually trying to play a bit more of a safer route than anything in these rounds. Not exactly racing for the kills, which I believe, you know, to be honest, we actually did avoid to skip over what the kill point system and everything was. Potentially kills are not worth as much as placements in this tournament here, and that would be something to be aware of, but we're going to actually see if we can hop a little closer here as well. We just have players everywhere in every direction at this northern end. Circle is closing in as well. People could just preemptively be trying to sneak their way into a nice little spot. Unfortunately, we do have to keep the map open. We do want to make sure we're not missing anyone bumping into each other. Right here and now, Sapple and Axie, yes, we do have one of the players that have already left the vehicle, so they're forced into the fight here. But they are able to actually get a bit of a pinching position. Axie, as you can tell, is definitely dealing with it as they're shooting from both sides as they're turning to try and react to one another. There we have it, a point blank. The headshots come through though. Axie picking up the elimination onto Bama. Sapple looking to be still focusing on Sorry I Win. But it looks as though the last player from team number 12 will be able to disengage, possibly find themselves in a bit more of an endgame fight. Unfortunately, no more res stations being in the match for the time being. They won't be going for any cards of any sort, so yes, falling away is probably their best option there. And considering they literally have zero healing of any sort, they have a Tiburon which they're no longer allowed to use, and they have 10 Q. RL and Attacker just seem to be trying to see if there's any shots that can be made in the distance. It looks as though neither of them have heals, because Attacker at half health right now, RL currently at 0 med packs or bandage to work with. Oh, maybe just a little bit of a glitch. I don't know where Attacker just got that little chunk of health from suddenly, but there you go. They see some targets. They attempt to go for some sniper shots here. This would be an easy way to restock up on the healing. It looks like the enemy is trying to get some positions back though. A couple shots are being made. Oh, a beautiful headshot coming out from Attacker there. Trying to focus in on those targets. They're looking for it, but hardly able to get the knock onto RL. RL having to look for a bit of a safer position. Where exactly was Hardly in this? It looks as though they are pushing in hard right now. I don't know how this is gonna work. There we have it. They pushed right on in, leaving Attackers the final one, but no. Hardly coming out some insane shots, without a doubt. Twist there with the assistance, and the enemies were just eliminated on the spot. Carhartt and Draniki looking like they might take this time to start working on a reposition. The storm is starting to come in. Player number 12 as well need to sneak their way into. Kimmy and Booty found themselves in a beautiful position. How are we doing here? Team number 4 on the far outer edges of the map still. Team number 10 still way out here themselves. And as you can see, yes, you have a lot of cube, you have a sniper, but you don't have that much healing. Maybe Nabi has a Nightingale they can work with. Which is definitely the fact, because I just saw a little bit of health that they had left. Regardless though, hanging out a little bit long, taking a little bit too much damage. They do actually have a fair amount of healing to work with right now, so Flutterby is doing fairly well, but that could just be being they are a solo compared to a duo. We have ourselves a huge engagement going on right here. We have Nightingales activated. Actually looking for those shots. Connecting a few, taking a few however. See you can hop over some other angles here. There we have it. We're on hardly popping off so far this match. Unfortunately, having to reload just at the wrong time, but it's alright. They just needed a couple more hits to take down Sapple. Working around the side here. Looks though it will be a 1 vs 1. Nightingale ready to be activated. However, it's activated on the enemy side as well. This person does have 7 grenades to work with right now. The damage coming through the beautiful grenade. Here I am talking about 7 of them, but no, they only needed 1. A beautiful tower turn and shot. Huge elimination, huge play. Now they're taking a little bit of fire though from team number 3, Dranicki and Carhartt. As they were the last match, they tried to gear up throughout the majority of it and come in for the endgame fight, and it looks though they found themselves currently in one of the best positions. It looks though Dranicki could use a little more healing, but we'll see exactly what team number 4 could have to offer in the case that they could come out with victory. But no, that is not the case. Kimmy and Booty have decided to push first. And here they come in, pushing as hard as they can. Nightingale activation, unfortunately getting caught in the climbing animation there. Half a moment there, a lot of shots going through. Dranicki putting out the damage, knocking Kimmy on down, leaving just Booty in the matchup for their duo. We have MW, Kanokami, Wapupa, and Lupa working their way on into the engagement as well, possibly looking for that third party. They do find a target, couple shots coming through. Quite the interesting little position. He does let them hang on tight for a moment there before pushing back on into the engagement. Finding some loot, somehow surviving that grenade as well. The shots are coming out from the top, they need to look up, and there they have it, they've connected, but not enough. They need to heal up with their 1 health left. As we can see, the insanity is starting to break loose. We definitely have a lot of people in this small area of the circle. Flutterby looks to be just working their way on inwards now. Was Booty able to get up Kimmy? We do notice there is a pause. There may be a moment for this to happen. The resurrection is starting to go through. Oh no, a climbing animation began. Will this happen? He's just leaving them. What's happening? There is footsteps everywhere though, so possibly it caused the reaction. We're gonna see if we can get back a little bit closer here. We're missing it all. Where is it? There we have it. Moody pushing on up here. So they are just going for the creepers. 1 and Kanukami coming around there, taking a lot of damage, however, able to get the elimination. Oh no, song. Could have been like Flutterby came in with the solo gameplay here. They are still currently in the competition right now as well. Unfortunately, they are choosing to take a lot of damage from the storm, hesitating to push on in here, hoping maybe some kills can just go on out. But the one concern with that is the moment that they get these eliminations, they're going to be geared right on up. Alpha and Nabi working their way on in. Alpha making sure to get inside the storm there, unfortunately taking some damage from the other side. It looks as though their teammate was able to get the elimination though, so it did clear up their side of the storm actually, giving them probably one of the better positions. And we are in the final 3 teams. Flutterby getting into the fight there, a couple nice headshots coming through. Trying to get a reposition, unfortunately unable to climb right over that shield the way that they wanted to. They opt for the tower to go right over top. They are entering just a bandage healing phase though. If I'm not mistaken, those bandages heal for pretty much the same amount the storm does damage right now. We're gonna hop right back into the action though, as we see there's still a bunch of gunfire going up here. Alpha getting a knock, Upa getting a knock. And it looks though Alpha's gonna commit to pushing into the storm with this. Nice little tower reaction before taking the shots there and making sure to stay defensive. And there we have it, Hoopalupa taking the damage there, but we have the third party angle coming in. Flutterby from the top, but with no healing left, they need to get inside now. It's the only way they survive this engagement. There they have it, they're inside, potential to heal the enemy now in the outer side of the storm. Taking probably more damage than they wanted as well. I wouldn't be surprised, they're trying to get the heals off, they're waiting for position. And they do a nice, beautiful roll going to that lower ground of the hill as well, make it so they weren't an easy target. The enemy though going for a rock, which is actually a lot more defensive than that shield. The shield can be destroyed. That rock, it's there for the entire game. Both players though able to salvage the moment, sneak their way into the circle for this engagement. A lot of headshots came through. The grenade as well. Wait a tick. Did I just... okay, my thing's just glitched. It's the victory though, going out to Alpha. I believe my spectating thing may have glitched out a little bit. I don't get to see the endgame screen for the points and everything. But as you can see, first place with at least 2 eliminations on one of the members' teams. I guess, yeah, I'm not sure how to, Yep, no, okay, back to lobby then. I'll just have to retype in the password and everything. Oh no, okay, it brought me back here. Again, another shout out to E2 Kizaru as well as the E2 Sports community here for putting together this tournament. $50 duo tournament on EU servers. And it looks as though the final storm, or the final path, is actually going to be pretty nice for everyone to kind of find themselves a personal location to get that loot, find themselves into the endgame circle, and have themselves a beautiful engagement. I admit, I did notice on Discord as well, there actually was someone who did point out where the points were for the final round there, well at least in last match I should be saying. Don't know exactly if we can find them here too easily, if it's the same matches or not. Yeah, it looks like it's just the same screenshot twice, unfortunately. Regardless, let's get into it, let's see what action we can find. Alright, we have some people jumping out ASAP. Axie with Sapple, we have Kimmy with Booty. Taking a little closer look, we can see August. We have XXSD, who looks to not be running with a teammate this round as well, so they will be running solo. Not sure if their teammate had some issues, maybe they decided this just wasn't their time to shine and they headed on out. Who knows, regardless, someone like Flutterby, who's been solo from the start, finding their ways to the endgame circle. Hopefully maybe they can actually find themselves an underdog dub too, that would be kind of cool to see. Let's keep looking around, zooming on out, see what we have going on here. This team yet again has decided to land on the higher side, going to Super Bloom on the towers. See if we have any combat that could break out at Voidlands here. No one seems to be bumping into each other. Veracity on the other hand already has shots going off here. Diablo having to make some cover, find some early game loot, get into this fight. And as we saw in the rules, you are able to use the shotgun until the first zone does come in. So these players will be holding in their hands, possibly looking to get a little bit close, see if they can end a fight nice and early. Alright, here we have it. Diablo looking for that shot right now. Couple shots returning. Doesn't have a core attached to it, so won't be a one headshot drop. Let's see exactly where his teammate is in this situation. We see Hardley still on the loot path there, checking things out. Inside looks just to be hiding tight, well, inside right now. Still looking for that angle, trying to see if they can get some shots off, but they do have a Foxtrot and Delta in hand. Not exactly a powerhouse combo. Neither of those guns really putting any impactful damage in a fight unless you're just completely catching them off guard. Is RL running solo? We have actually a couple of people running solo in this final round here. RL though not straying away from the competition, even if they're a man short. I guess we're going to keep our eye on Vera City, see exactly what's going on. We can see that the teammates have grouped up together here, Diablo and Inside, side by side. We have Twist and Harley on the other end of City right now. Still trying to find exactly what they want. I don't believe that these players intend to run a dual weapon combo like that. They will probably try to find Nightingale of some sort at some point, I would assume. Maybe just trying to see if they can find the Megan core before they give up on the Sun and Sky though. Hop on down here, see what we have going on. Flutterby finding a handful of loot for Lazarite Swamp. I admit, leaving Lazarite Swamp with 310 Q, that's pretty well done. And as you can see, there's actually an enemy just on the upper side. The glider's gone off. Will Flutterby choose to push out some damage right now? Surprisingly, does not go directly into. They do see the enemy right now though. Will the shots be made? Huge damage going out there. The motorbike spawned to the side there, preemptively, maybe just thinking it. And there we have it. They had a suggestive idea and they tossed a beautiful grenade over top. Motorbike already placed down. They're coming in to thirst the kill. Silvet Bonza coming on in though. Not happy their teammates taken out. Looking to be trying to put some engagement into the situation. Nice Nightingale activation, realizing this could be a difficult task in front of them. Another beautiful grenade over the side was attempting to go over the other one as well, but it did not work in their favor. Flutterby with some decent movement right now actually ends up using the shield that the enemy placed down. We can see them using the Nightingale as well. It looks like they're not wanting to go through any med packs or anything right now, potentially not even actually having any to work with. And there we have it. No, they did not have much health left. Flutterby able to take out two members there, wiping the team, getting the kill, and a nice little emote on top. And it looks though right as that engagement finishes on up, Diablo and Inside finding themselves against team number 5 now. Looking to be inside gyms, no, potentially on the roof of gyms right now by the way that he's positioning his angle. Let's see what their decision is. They've actually swooped around onto a lower ground here. Trying to be sneaky. That little jump up right there would have given away their position if they were looking. He knows that there's a player inside the warehouse on the right side. Hardly looks to just be holding straight up on the high ground. They're not too concerned. Definitely peeking their head. You can see them as well using the climb mechanic, looking for those angles. Oh, the shots, however, starting to come through, being noticed by Inside. Take a little peek around the map as well, make sure that nothing else going in the distance, and as we can see, Slater looks to be in a fight, point blank with the enemy right now. It looks like these players both put out the invisibility station. Unfortunately, taking a lot of damage, and Draniki just coming in, wailing on these enemies, just taking both of them on out. Sun and Sky at the core. Making a huge play. Alright, let's keep looking around here, see what we got going on. Kimmy and Booty look to be off in the distance. Looks like they're playing a bit safer this round, coming on in. Let's keep eyeballing the area, see what we have going on. Alpha and Nabi still picking up some loot, having themselves a 240 cube, 2 med packs only to work with. Nabi in a kind of a similar situation, so they are able to get into a fight. Doesn't look like they'll be able to have a serious endgame just yet though. Diablo noticing a target in the distance, taking themselves a couple shots. It looks like they're trying to rear into gear to try and chase them down. No, they may actually end up going the other direction. There we have it. Axie and Sapple just driving on the higher end. Looks like they may be checking out some other areas for loot right now. But it looks as though, being how it's the final round, most of these players are trying to get to the very end of the match, trying to get the most points possible that they can. And I guess if that involves a couple other people having to take them out for them, well, so be it. Still eyeballing around. I guess one thing to note too, being with the EU service and everything, no one really seems to be doing any funny business. No one just seems to be hanging tight in a little tower up middle of nowhere, you know, dancing away with emotes sprayed on the walls. Everyone's kind of taking this a little bit serious here. Everyone's trying to go a bit try hard, you could say. Looking to pop off, and I mean with $50 on the line, hey, that's a great way to spend your weekend. Put in some good time for some competition, trying to see if you can get yourself a dub. Or a multiple in this case, and, you know, maybe put a little bit in the PayPal while you're at it. Team number 12 and 8 getting fairly close to one another. It looks like they will be splitting off. I don't know, it looks like team number 8 potentially could be chasing them down. I don't think they've actually read on each other if they are in the same region right now. We have team number 3 and team number 10 seem to be fairly close, and it looks as though team number 10 does have a high ground position. We actually have them sharing some scopes right now going, yeah, I don't think I can hip fire this, I need a better scope. Seeing the target, looking for the shot, unfortunately missing there. The wait period though for that shot, he was thinking it was gonna be the headshot. It looks though they've missed it and they're hopping to the card, choosing to make a disengagement. And with being said, the storm is choosing to come on in. Alright, we see our players just rotating around right now. A couple little shots, possibly just the Nightingale. Yes, it was the Nightingale just going off. Alright, let's keep looking around here. Let's see what we got going on. We do notice there is a bit of a pause in the combat right now. There's definitely not a heck of a lot trying to pop off. Having ourselves a bit of trouble finding those engagements right now, but hopefully we'll see someone bump into each other. Couple shots as they cross paths. They are fairly low. They do actually choose to hop out there too, not content with how the car was choosing to crash. You can see Kizaru giving a little bit of love in the background there. And they are definitely not getting away from this fight. Instantly taking out the car. Nice little sniper shot though coming out. Team number 7, Diablo and Inside from Peasterball Clan. It looks like the return fire though is coming in pretty hot. I don't know exactly what the game plan is here. It looks like they're contemplating the disengagement. And instead of going for the car, they've gone for the motorbike. And in doing so, they are not disengaging. They are pushing full send right now. Shots do come out. Very nice shots as well. The target's getting a little bit low here. Oh, the roll in from Diablo though. Trying to apply that nice pressure. Noticing too is they're rolling away. They're not just trying to run away. They are trying to return some gunfire in the process. Here we have a third party angle and a Crusader equipped as well at giving huge accuracy to Diablo. Sapple looking to be a bit of a situation, but Inside from the side, taking out the enemy. Let's see what we have going on over here. It looks like these enemies could be pretty close to each other. Just about August, Kimiyuwu with the teammate Booty, and the other teammate Mayu. Booty though, taking down August. August, huge amount of damage. Mayu as well following suit, being taken out. Booty being found on the same position, you would think that Kimmy and Booty have talked about that spot, because that's the second time we've seen that team hanging out in that nice little lip. Looks like Alpha and Nabi aware of the situation that just went down. I mean, there is towers everywhere, there is, well, distinctly people running across the wooden path. Will they choose to engage? Will they try and third party? They are technically inside the circle right now, but no, it looks as though they will be falling off for the time being. And choosing to go directly to the storm is the okay. I'm not sure where they're going right now, to be honest. I would assume the bridge to go to Varus City, if anything, but they've committed to just full sending into the distance right now. I'm not sure what the game plan was. Alright, regardless, let's head back on in there. I don't have an explanation for that one, guys. It looks like they intend to go all the way up to Echo Beach and all the way back around here, instead of just through Varus City Bridge and past team number 5. Or into the city itself, to be honest, which would be they're the first ones in city. Yeah, I'm not, yeah. Oh, they're gonna go for more loot. There we go. I mean, maybe there's a reason. They do only have 30 sniper shots right now. They could potentially actually really need some loot for their team. So, yeah, they just looked odd to me. It's just like, oh, okay, just straight into the storm. Great idea. Kimmy and Booty doing fairly well right now. They do need to get across at some point. I'm assuming that they will be taking the very bridge position, and it will end up getting in the city. It will add to concern for team number 4, however, as they seem to be coming right on from the storm now, making the same direction. Everyone very committed to continuing to try and find as much loot as possible. Alright, and Draniki getting themselves a few pretty nice eliminations. They're actually hanging tight currently inside the storm as well. I'm assuming these players had to be running double Nightingale. Yes, they are. And no, we actually have Kimmy and Booty choosing to take the long route as well, so I'm not sure what... I don't know, maybe I just don't play enough tournaments, I guess. I'm not sure what this long path decision's all about. Varus City sounded beautiful. Maybe the bridge has been a bit more deadly lately, people are a bit more prepared. I mean, with the mindset, you do have a couple rifles, you see a car like this running down the bridge, it is a pretty easy explosion. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't have the answer for it. We do seem to have a fight that just went down. Poopa Loopa taking out Flutterby. I'm not even sure where exactly these players would have met each other. Well, I guess we did find out just in the middle of the storm, middle of nowhere, but... Oh, here we go, we have another engagement breaking out. Diablo is hammering out the damage right now. The Crusader, if it's insane accuracy, and by the looks of it, this man has a 6x scope as well. Were they able to get the grief onto the enemy? Is it just hardly currently left? Yes, the grief did go through. Twist is currently fully eliminated right now. They do have the potential with the card for a res station, but that does involve hardly getting through a very powerful team. Picking up the motorbike after he puts down his shield, he chooses to go for the disengagement. Will he be able to make it? Unfortunately, there's also another enemy team on the side over there, hitting the tree, likely having some environment to tuck behind. But Harley trying to make the power plays right now, just that nice little shield, popping out the motorbike, just try and get away. See a couple more shots. It looks to just be some healing from this team over here. We have team number 7 rotating their way on in. Let's just see if we can get a little bit closer. There we have it. Harley potentially hoping to get to the res station. It looks though it took a little bit of air and was able to make themselves halfway up to the tower. Enemy shooting from every distance though. They choose to tuck into the side here. So they will be faced with a difficult fight here if these two players choose to push. But no, it looks like they may actually just focus on getting in from the storm. And with that being said, we're hearing a lot of gunshots. Let's go check it out and see what's going on over here. Yeah, Diablo really low inside. Unfortunately knocked down, but Diablo finding a huge position onto Carhartt. Getting the knock and the grief all in the same clip there. Nice grenade to clear out everything in the area there, getting some line of sight. Diablo though, hard on the push, nice little reposition around the right side as he's faking to go left. We're seeing a tower out. This person is burning a lot of cube, and Diablo just spent their first 30, and with the teammates still on the ground, able to get them up and back into the action still. Very well played, however, that may actually only be a brief thing to call out. As you can see, Kimmy and Booty there coming up. Will the res get out in time? Yo, they're all coming off a follow as well. Thank you so much. And we have them coming with the third party angle. Diablo connecting nothing but headshots there on the Booty at the perfect moment. And multiple shots on the Kimmy as well as Inside gets some damage. Diablo doing a huge pop off there. 6 eliminations right now. Trying to get those heals in the best they can. That was just a beautiful play coming out from Diablo and Inside. Inside, only so many other people. Inside and Diablo as a group firing on the target there. Inside able to get the final shot onto them. We got a bunch of love coming across the screen right now for Diablo's pop-off. There we have it, another target's in the line of sight. They've swapped over to a grenade, trying to get that nice little extra bit of damage. A third party angle coming in they have to watch out for. A little bit of return fire though, making sure that they're aware. It looks as though he must have the ammo rounds right now, because he is just committing to full out sending those shields. Quick little activation for the Nightingale, and the grenades getting the damage in, getting some knocks and eliminations, bringing it down to the final team. This target standing a little out of the open, and yes, the damage comes through. Topping off just in case. This is the final player right now to work with. It is a 2 versus 1. It looks though they're deciding they want a full send of pressure, of a bunch of damage coming as they activate. And there we have it. It looks as though the match has ended. Peacerball Inside and Peacerball Diablo. 8 eliminations on Diablo's team. Are we able to swap over and quickly double check as well Inside's points? No, we can't. I don't know why it glitched out like this. Maybe it's something I would have had to have restarted in order to make sure it was completely fixed up. But it looks as though we had a huge final round coming out from Inside and Diablo. Very well done. Very well played. GG's.
Wanted to make it, I guess. I live with the criticisms. People are giving a big and they put it upon a pedestal. A pen and forget thoughts, but I never asked for change. My work ethic's ridiculous and yours is not the same.